Michael Veracka.
Big V, what's up, baby? MV, what's happening, man? Leadership matters. Hashtag leadership matters. Okay, so can I start going? Can I just roll, guys? Are we ready to roll?
We're ready to go. Let's do it.
Man, let's do this thing. Let's tear this thing up. Y'all ready? Right hand in the air if you're ready. Okay, look. Hey, Grant Cardone here. If you don't know who I am, my bad, my problem. I'm going to fix that right here, right now. Some of you might. Can we mute them on their end? Some of you might know or think you know who I am and what I do. Look, I'm here running my company every day. We got 4 little businesses over here, and we bang all the time. So my message to you as a leader today is, look, if you want greatness from your people, if you want your people to go to the next level, they got to see you banging every day. They got to see you pushing and shoving for every single deal. So if you're taking notes today, some of what I'm going to tell you is you know already, and some of what I'm going to tell you today is like you need to be reminded of, and some of what I tell you, you might be like, dude, we need to add that to the arsenal. You guys are already doing a great job. And it's interesting to me, it's the great ones that always want to do more. Yesterday I was at Canadian Pacific hired me to come in and speak to their sales team. Canadian Pacific is the biggest, most successful, best customer service, most profitable railway in the world. Stodgy business, heavy business, old, $6 billion a year. The CEO of the company went in there. They were last, like in 2012, they were bottom of the heap. Today, they're number 1 in customer service, number 1 in speed of delivery, number 1 in lowest accidents, number 1 in profitability, number 1 in gross revenue, number 1 in margin. And they're the group that brings me in. So the point of that story is you got to keep telling your top people, hey, man, you can get better at your game. Just because you've been here 20 years or 18 years or 15 years, just because Natasha had her best year last year, she's the one I want to hammer. Right? Why would I hammer my new people? I'm going to hammer Grant first. Okay. This year's going to be a challenging year for you guys. How do you get to the next level? First thing I'm going to do in my life when I wake up in the morning, hey, Grant, hammer yourself. I don't even have to remind myself anymore. I hammer me so hard, it gives me permission to beat everybody up around me. So when people see me hammering on them, they're like, oh, they see that I bludgeon myself with the axe and the hammer already, okay? I give myself permission to hammer other people because everybody around me sees me do it to myself. How many of you watched the Super Bowl the other night? Okay? You know Tom Brady for the last 3 or 4 days has been beating himself up. Nobody needs to correct Tom Brady. That's what champions do, man. You guys that are doing great, push yourselves to do better. How many believe this? You could do more than you're doing right now. How many believe that? And the thing that I'm always concerned about in my life and my business is my success. So I can't hear you. I wish I was with you guys right now. That's what I wish. I wish I was in your store right now and we could be with each other together, not just with this conference. So how do you sustain that energy day after day, month after month, and year after year is one of the questions here. How do you get to number 1 and stay there? And then more importantly, how do you separate yourself from everybody else? Right? So, see, I'm not interested in getting here and staying here. I'm interested in getting here and moving to the next level and separating myself from everybody else. So I'm going to give you a little trick here. I'm going to give you a little trick that I use. When I advertise, when you guys see me on Instagram or Facebook, that's advertising. Everybody agree with that? Snapchat is an advertisement. Anything I'm doing on any of those mediums is a promotion of some sort. I don't care if it's all instructional, looks like it's pure content. It's all, for me, it's all promotion. The reason I'm promoting all the time is number 1 for me, if you're taking notes. Number 1, I promote for me first. How many of you heard my CNBC ad? Tired of missing sales, tired of missing sales. That ad, we spend that money for Grant. I don't need an ROI. People are like, what's your ROI? The guys at Canadian Pacific yesterday. Hey, what's your return on investment on that ad you do? Dude, it's the return on investment is me. I need to hear the ad. I need to know that I'm on CNBC and Fox. I need to know I'm on ESPN pounding away right now. I don't need anybody to call me because of it. I need to know for me. Number one, promotion is for me. Number two is for my people. And number three is for my competition. Before I ever get to a customer, ad dollars, Facebook promotions, push, billboards, TV, radio. Dude, all the money that I spend on promotion is for me first, my people second, and my competition third. Okay, I need to be inspired. I got to hammer me. If I hammer me, I can hammer Natasha. All right. So look, man, you guys got to push, man. Y'all got to push. And by the way, you need my wife wants me to push on Natasha. She wants me to push on the people around me. And even when my wife says, man, I think you could be pushing too hard, my wife knows in the back of her mind, she knows Grant pushes on himself. So if I push on me, how many agree with this? If I push on myself, I can get other people around me to do exactly what I do and more. I have the right, I have permission to ask them to do that. How many agree with that? That is the creation of your culture, right? I don't think about how I keep this going for a whole year or 2 years or 3 years. I never think about that. I think about today. Everything for me is today, right now. It's for right now and the next target I'm trying to hit. Like we got this big conference coming up in Vegas. So all the attention for the next 16 days, everything is this right here, right now. So watch. When I came in on this today, I'm wearing my 10X. I already bought my tickets, folks. I bought my tickets. See, I'm wearing them. I'm promoting. Who am I promoting for? Me first. Employee second. Competition third. Now, why would I spend money to promote to my competition? We'll probably spend, I don't know, a couple of $2 million this year on CNBC ads. I want my competition to hear me, man, because they boneless, they spineless, they punks, they little bitches, okay? And I want to remind them every day, you a little bitch. You so far in second, son, you ought to give up this morning. Don't even eat your Wheaties. They ain't going to work. Give up, son. Give me the spot. I want to put them into submission. Okay? This is what I wrote about in the book, If You're Not First, You're Last. It's a domination play. You don't want to be first, man. You want to dominate. You want people to go into submission. I don't want to play fair. I'm an honest guy. I'm an ethical guy. But I don't want to play fair. I want to crush everybody in the space to the point to where they're like, dude, I surrender. Give him his deal and we'll take second place.
So, G, can you talk a little bit about, they've been in growth mode
Yeah.
for so long.
Yeah.
And this past year, Harley Davidson just got punched in the face.
Yeah.
And they're feeling that too.
Yeah, so you guys, Natasha's telling me that you guys have been growth mode so long, and then Harley got punched in the face. You guys don't need to worry about Harley getting punched in the face. You need to go punch the marketplace in the face. Sell bikes, man. There's 300 million people in this country. 300 million people. You could punch Harley. You could punch Harley in the face, and you could punch him in the dick if you wanted to. It won't matter, dude. You guys got to go find the people that will buy bikes. Who bought a bike? Who traded a bike? Who's got tattoos? Who's still digging rock and roll, right? Like, you got to go find the buyers, and you need to promote so hard that your people aren't thinking about the punch in the face. Your competition's not something that happened to Harley yesterday. It's the stock market loses 1,600 points in a day. Bitcoin goes up or down 2,000 or 3,000 points. That grabs people's attention. And if it grabs their attention, you don't have their attention. You got salespeople on your floor right now that are looking at Bitcoin right now. It's an open on their computer all day long. They're watching it go up and down, getting jerked around all day long. They know more about where Bitcoin is today. Call one of your stores right now. I'll call one of your top guys right now. Hey, man, what's Bitcoin trading for? I guarantee you they know. But they can't find me a Road King. Can't find me a Softail. Oh, we out of those. I don't know where one is. I don't know if I got a red one. But they know where Bitcoin's at right now. How many agree with that? You need to punch your people in the face, folks. You guys need to punch your people in the face over and over and over and over again. Okay? And that's how you get there, and that's how you stay there, and that's how you separate yourself. I mean, ultimately, if you want to separate yourself from the competition, or if you want to stay where you are, maintain that number one, your goal needs to be major separation. If you're taking notes, you need to try to really move away from the crew right now. You want to move away from them, okay? And the way I would do that is I would make a list of everything my competition will not do. What will they not do? Where are they not playing the game? Okay, whatever they won't give away, I want to give away. Follow what I'm saying? Whatever distribution channels they won't use because they don't think their consumers there, that's what I want to dominate on. Let's say they don't pay attention to Snapchat. Then I want to go bomb Snapchat. Okay? Anything that you guys aren't using in your own mind. You're like, I don't have time for that. If you're thinking you don't have time for it, that's what your competition's thinking too. So any weaknesses you have, any vulnerabilities you have because of your age or something you don't know, like literally I sit down and say, hey, Grant, what do you not understand? This is how I became an Instagram user. I don't understand Instagram. I don't know what it is. I don't even know how to use it. Okay? Snapchat, I don't know what it is. If it's my vulnerability, guess what? It's my competition's vulnerability. Everybody agree with that? So then I went on Snapchat and I'm like, are any of my competitors there? None of them. Nobody. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna beat this thing up. But it means I have to confront the space, right? It means I have to. Notice right now, I'm not talking about my people. I'm talking about me. You guys want to be great leaders? You want to get that extra squeeze out of the grapefruit? You want to get that little extra juice out of this deal? You got to squeeze. If you're not going to get there early and stay late, I promise you your people won't. If you're not going to do the training here now after 2 or 3 years, if you're not going to go do 2 or 3 segments a day, if you ain't got time, guess what? When the busiest people don't have time, the people with the most time will never find it. See, I got staff around here that are like, hey, what would Grant do? It's built into them now. They're like, every time they think about not making another call, I guarantee I'm all up in their head. Grant would make the call. And that's how you build a culture, man. That's how you get ups in times that are down or flat. So how do you get the team fired up coming into a season? Dude, you got to get them fired up when they're in a season. You guys got to make up seasons. What's your season? Can you come back on? Can you unmute them? What's their season?
They got stores all over the place. So some of their stores are in Florida. They got one in Boston. They got
Yeah.
one in Kansas City. One in Colorado.
Yeah, you guys in Boston.
California.
Yeah, you guys need to make up shit. Y'all need to make shit up, man. You think Valentine's Day? You think when Adam and Eve did their deal? You think there was a Valentine's Day? That was made up, man. You guys need to make up a day. Today's Softail Day. Road King Day. I don't know. Make it up. No down payment day. Okay? No monthly payments. I don't know. Y'all need to make it up, but you need to keep making stuff up so your people are jacked up all the time so you don't have a season. Because if you can beat your competition up in the off season, you know you're going to win when there is a season. And then on the accountability thing, look, again, it goes back to what I opened with, okay? If you hammer yourself, you have every right. You can go to court and say, look, I'm there early. I stay late. I do my segments. They didn't. The guy showed up late. The guy left early, and the guy never did his segments. We're getting rid of him, okay? I show up early. I stay late, and I do my segments. Accountability starts with you, not them. Okay? It starts with you saying, Natasha, give me somebody you hadn't called in a week. Anybody. Natasha's in here right now. Give me somebody she hadn't called. I'm going to call her for her right now. I might even split the deal with her if I close it. This is what your people need to see. How many agree with that? When you were a salesperson, when you were on the floor, and your manager would do this, how many of you still remember that guy? You had massive respect for that guy. How many agree with that? Give me a deal, man. Don't tell me what to do. Give me a deal. Okay. Who is it?
His name's Sean.
Sean, what's the number?
480-747-3607.
What, Sean?
Yep.
I don't know anything about Sean. I don't know where Sean is. I don't know where Sean lives. I don't know what she said to Sean. I don't need to know anything. I'm calling Sean. Okay? Notice how fast this is, by the way. I've been on the call, what? 3 seconds? 4 seconds? Putting in the numbers took about 5 seconds. Sean ain't even going to be there.
Call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message.
And Natasha's going to be like, dude, that he's a badass dude, man. What boss is going to do this for her? If I do this for her once or twice a month, you think she's going to ever quit?
When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
My competition doesn't do this. Sean, Grant Cardone. Hey, give me a call back. I asked Natasha who she hadn't talked to in a couple weeks, and she said you. Shame on her and shame on me. I should have known that already. Give me a call back right away. This is my private bat cell. Call me back. I expect you to call me back today, Sean. Thanks. Okay? Now, how long that take? All you guys that don't have time. I never use time as an excuse, okay? I never, ever say I don't have time. I make the time. If you make the time, they'll start making the time. Okay, I want to open this up to questions, all right? Okay, I know you guys are high-octane people. I know you guys are freaking runners. Y'all raw. Y'all like it raw. Rawhide. Who else would call themselves rawhide except people that can take it raw? Okay? All right, so I hope I didn't say anything to offend anybody today. If I did, I did. Okay, I'll apologize in advance.
No, they're all in. They were at 10X GrowthCon last year. Some of them are going this year.
By the way, this 10X Growth Conference thing that I'm doing, like if you could get 4 days of this, 4 days of people. I got people coming in, did $4 billion in sales last year. I got guys coming in that have done $35 billion, right, from scratch. In all kinds of industries, people from healthcare to retail to internet to ClickFunnels to Facebook ads to Instagram. Like I'm putting together a roster 4 days. This is perfect for an executive that really wants to take their game to the next level. If you want to take your guys, your people on a ride, you got to take the ride. This isn't about them learning more. It's about you guys. Like Elon Musk is going to take his company to Mars because Elon's committed. The whole team thing's important, but there's no team without a leader. So I know all the leaders always talk about how good their team is. Let me tell you something. Ain't going to be a team without a leader. Everybody agree with that?
I got a question for you.
Okay.
How do you motivate your guys year round, day in, day out without being a tyrant?
I am a tyrant.
Getting used to seeing that you're genuine.
I am a tyrant. I'm not worried about it. I covered that in the first thing. I'm a tyrant on myself. I demand more from myself every day. Okay, as long as I'm demanding more from myself every day, I'm good. The question is, you guys should write down on a scale from 0 to 10, 10 being maximum. Okay, on a scale from 0 to 10, how demanding are you of yourself? Be honest. Are you a 5, a 6, a 7, an 8, a 9? Okay. On a scale from 1 to 10, how demanding are you of yourselves? There's some couple women in here, right? Can you see? I can't really see the screen. No? Okay. Now the second thing I want you to do is this. I want you to rate on a scale from 1 to 10 how demanding is your wife of you in your business. Because if you're a 9 and she's a 2, you got a problem. If Natasha demands a 9 out of herself and she knows she could go to 10, but her husband is like, yeah, it's all right, we're good. He's a 4, dude, you got a problem. Okay, a 9 and a 4 makes what? I don't know, a 6? It pulls her down, right? I need to demand myself. I need to be at like a 10, like demanding myself, and I need my wife throwing wood on the fire. You can do more. You can do more. You can do more. Then what do I have? I got an explosion. Okay, questions. Let's get 5 or 6 good questions here because you guys are high octane raw. Open the mic. Come on, John, get with me, man. See, I this is all day long. This is all the time. Nobody thinks this is unusual. Come on, John, get your shit together. Unmute them. Oh, you got to unmute it on your end. Come on, Mikey.
Where's Mike Veracka?
Mike V. Unmute your shit, bud. Can somebody do it for him?
What's
there.
the number one thing you look for in new hires?
Who's this from?
This is from Mike Veracka.
Okay. Well, number one thing I look for in new hires is not much.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's perfect, man. So is that the question? What do I look for from in new hires? Go ahead, Mike.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I mean, every time I see us hire somebody here, I'm like, they're not going to make it. I mean, I'm not a positive person. I got to tell y'all, I'm not the most optimistic person in the world. And again, I think that goes with, I'm always expecting the worst. That's why I push. I'm always expecting the economy to fall apart. That's why I'm pushing. When there's an ISIS attack, it doesn't surprise me. Everybody else is shocked. When somebody quits, I'm like, yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Somebody doesn't hit their numbers, doesn't surprise me. And by the way, I only pay attention to the performers. If you don't perform here, I don't even acknowledge you. Like, I just walk past you. Like, the people at the top of the board, they get all the praise. So if I need to inspire those people to go from if I need to do this, I can't run my business. I need somebody else can do it. Maybe a manager can do it. Somebody else can do it. Whatever. Whoever hired the dude, you do it. But I mean, I would tell a manager not to even do that. I'd be like, hey, pay attention to your winning horses. Right? If I got 2 cars in a race, if I got 4 cars in a race and I got 2 guys that are winning all the time, guess who I'm spending all my time with? Right? So I'm going to invest in those winners, and I'm going to push the winners harder than I'm going to spend time. I'm going to spend more time with my winners. Bottom line is than I'm going to spend time with an unknown commodity. You've given them the new people have the training platform they need. You guys just need to say, hey, use it, or go, get out of here. I don't need it. And then we hire a lot. We hire a lot over here. Okay, I spend no time training people here. 0 time training people here. We put them in the platform. What's their platform called? Does it have a name?
TMC University.
TMC University. You say, hey, that's the training, pal. Okay, you're here now. Get on the phone. So at the end of the day, look, they have to be in front of customers. They need to be in service. They need to be calling invoices. They need to be calling work orders. They need to be calling old customers. They need to be calling orphans. They need to be bringing bikes out. They need to be getting appointments. How many agree with that? I don't need them to know what Bitcoin's worth today.
Grant, Diamond Dave here, sales manager. Question for you. I got a guy, so I'm a type A personality, just like MV, just like Rob. willing to sacrifice, willing to push, was an athlete in a former career. I have a guy who's a type B, very smart. But how do you push that guy without alienating? Do you still continue to just be yourself and do it from a experience level? He watches you be successful.
Yeah,
or
dude.
How would you do that?
Yeah, totally. Like Jared's a B. Jared, my VP, he's a type. There's nothing in it, Katie. So my VP's he's much more paced, dude. He's like calm. He's you know those if you're in the athletic space, there's guys out there that just they don't worry about it until the fourth quarter. Everything's fine, no big deal. That's not me, man. I'm high. I'm push shove. I can't be. I don't want to be less than I am. If I am that, I need to be that, right? And then I need to. Jared needs to understand that I'm not going to try to accommodate his personality.
Okay, so I mean, you go and do it. So I need to just go do the things that he's not 100% capable of doing because his personality doesn't allow him to. No, you need to be like, hey, dude, you need I got to find the best part of Jared too. Maybe Jared can't do that. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I got to figure out what that space is for Jared. What can Jared do? What can he do? What can he not do? I don't need him to really build muscle on what he can't do. Okay, I can't expect my 8-year-old to pick up 50 pounds of weight. So I can't expect my 8-year-old is going to speak at the conference, right? I can't expect her to do more than about a minute and a half. So I got to give him something he can do and accomplish, and then all of a sudden he's like, I did that, right? So what I don't want to do is dilute myself. Okay, again, it goes back to starting with you guys, right? You don't want to dilute the leadership. Think about the Patriots, even though they lost that game. Think about Belichick, huh? Okay, think about Belichick. Think about Brady. Like you don't even know the rest of the team. Nobody even knows the names of anybody else on the. Think about Kraft. It's basically 3 guys, and the rest of them are glue. They're glue. They're fitting in, and so you got an organization that's got a lot of glue in it. Right? I expect this to happen. Shouldn't happen, but so what? Jared drops the ball all the time. I'm hammering him all the time. He gets paid a lot of money. He gets paid enough money. He can't leave here. It's impossible. He can't replace the scene, right? So I got Mike Bonnet in the back. I got Natasha. They all have little different personalities, right? But that's why I got to keep adding people. The business is an organism. It's an organism. It's going to expand. It's going to contract. It's going to expand and contract, expand and contract. A lot of different personalities, a lot of different interests. But again, look, you can't control everything. Remember, you got a guy that's a 7 and his wife's a 1. You got a 4. There's a loss in the family. He loses his dad or his son, or father-in-law. Now you got a 2. Everybody agree? I'm coming in, man. I got my own life and my own dramas to handle. Okay, I was a 10 yesterday, and now I'm an 8. Last thing I need to do is try to accommodate the 2. So, again, I'm going to go back to what I opened with. It starts with you guys, okay? You're the best investment. The best investment in the house is in the room right now. So where everybody else is like, I got to do it all, you know what? Maybe you do, okay? When things are tough, guess what? You might have to do it all right now. Quit feeling sorry for yourself. Quit being a bitch, okay? Quit being, oh, goddamn, boy, I got to do everything. Because you run the shit. Make sure you don't run it into the ground. God's not like, man, why I got to do everything? Man, why these humans can't do something right?
right? You know what I'm saying? Hey, be grateful you're in a leadership role. Be the leader. If you got to win the game, win the game. Brady wanted to win the game the other night. Okay, what else?
Got a question? Let's go, Rudy. Walk up and do it. Walk up. Front and center. What up?
Mr. Cardone, what's going on, my man?
Come on, man.
Hey, this is Hogan over at Riverside.
What up?
Hey, man, where I'm running into issues is a recruiting. I need to get as many people in that door as possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we're having issues with that, man.
Yeah,
What you
good.
got?
Good. So look, man, you need to make recruiting a priority. I talked about this in my book, Be Obsessed or Be Average. Larry Van Tile sold his company for $4 billion. Larry was he sold cars in his company sold cars in Arizona and Texas and in Kansas. That dude, the number one thing by far with Larry Van Tile was he was a recruiter. Every person that he didn't care if you bought a car from him. He didn't care if you made any money off if you were buying a car. He would recruit customers. Everything was recruiting with this dude. Every person he talked to, every person he met, every person he shook hands with, every dinner he went to, every conference he went to. When you guys come to the 10X Growth Conference, there's going to be 10,000 people there. You guys should be there recruiting people, looking for talent, man. Number one thing the NBA and the NFL do, recruit. Okay, MLB, recruiting. Okay, National Hockey League, recruiting. Number one thing, the U.S. Army, the Marines, and the Navy, recruiting people, man. Getting new people. That you need to make this your number one thing because, look, they're going to let you down. They're going to die in combat. We got the best military in the world. Have you guys ever met a Marine? Okay, you guys, any of you served? I got a bunch of friends that served. Okay, we got a lot of police friends, a lot of firemen, a lot of guys that were in the military. They'll tell you right now they ain't the brightest people in the world. Knuckleheads, goof-offs, screw-ups. We have the best military in the world. Why? Because we recruit a lot of people. Navy SEALs, I think they got to recruit out of every 100 Navy SEALs they recruit, they get 4. It costs $1.1 million to recruit a SEAL per person. A lot of failures, right? So big deal. Same thing for the NBA, same thing for the NFL. Okay, a lot of people want to play the game. Very few people make it to the court. See, your competition, this goes back to something I said earlier. Find out what your competition will not do. Find out something they complain about all the time. How many of you have heard this before? Can't find any good people. Well, if you believe that, you quit. You quit recruiting because you're listen to what you're saying to yourself. Can't find any good people. It's like the salesman. Nobody's got any money down. Nobody's got any money down. Nobody's got any money down. All right. Well, dude, he can't get money down. He believes there's no money down, right? So if you believe there's no good people, you wouldn't see a good person if they showed up. Same thing for the manager says, I don't have time. I don't have any 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 time. Dude, you'll never have any time. You're a victim. That's why the busiest person always makes time. Busiest person always figures out how to squeeze some time out of the deal. Okay, what else?
Hey, Grant, it's Rory.
Come on, brother.
Hey, how important is our social media presence for marketing versus radio and the other channels that that we use? I think that it's something that that we've been laxed on our social media presence as for all of our dealerships. So, how important has that been for you, and what's the potential out there for us?
Dude, look, if God has given me one gift, it's been social media. I'm telling you, like I pray, I'm like, man, I need a breakthrough, and then I saw Facebook. Man, send me another one, man. Send me another one, man. Boom, Instagram right there in my face. Okay. YouTube, Snapchat. What's it been to me? It's been like unbelievable. Phenomenal. Okay. I can't tell you how big a gift it's been. And by the way, nobody in your space is using it correctly. So if the average age in the room right now, it looks like you guys are about,
35, 40.
I'm going to put them at like 60. It's just, but you're probably like 40, but it's just all them drugs y'all used over the years back 20 years ago. So I'll tell you a little story. I was in Savannah at Gulfstream in December. Gulfstream, the airline maker. And I was over there and I said, you guys should have me do your social media. And they said, we don't think our buyer's there. And I said, excuse me? We've had a lot of conversations about social media, Grant, and we don't think a guy buying a $60 million jet we don't think our customer is on social media. How many of you think that is silly, first of all? What he's saying? It's stupid, man. It's stupid. Now, let me tell you how stupid it was. I just transferred funds to pay for a 550. And the guy's sitting there from accounting saying, we don't think our buyer's there. I said, hey, dude, what did I just send you guys today? What hit that bank account today? They're like, you paid for the plane. Okay, good. Well, have you seen my Facebook account? Have you seen my Instagram account? Have you seen that I have 4,000 videos on YouTube? Did you know most of my traffic comes from YouTube, not CNBC? Okay. Do you know that Canadian Pacific found me on YouTube, paid me $75,000 to go talk to them for the same period of time that I'm talking to you today, paid me $75,000. They found me on YouTube, heard me on CNBC after that, made their decision after they went back to YouTube. Okay. Canadian Pacific is a railroad, man. Like they're like 180 years old. They found me on social media. So I would tell you guys, like, number one, social media is probably the greatest invention for people that are cheap and people that want to be everywhere and people that want to smother their competition that's ever been invented. And number two, because your competition does not know how to use it except to post pictures of family and dogs and mostly to spectate, to watch it, to be consumed by it. Okay, because most people are just watching it. For any of you in the room that get on the other side of this and say, hey, I'm going to use this as a channel of distribution. Your product is perfect for social media, much better than mine. Your product is sexy. It's masculine. It's feminine. It's got history. It's got color. It's got there's so many sexy components that I don't have. So, I mean, there's so many things you could do with it that you guys aren't doing with it. It's fast. It's cheap. There's no regulation. You can say anything. You can go on Instagram and say you're the best bike in the world, and nobody's going to pull that ad down. But I'll say this: it won't work if you don't understand it. Again, it goes back to you guys. You guys need to take time to understand it. So if you say you don't have time for social media, you're thinking about that as a spectator, not as a user. By the way, most of my recruits come because of what we do on social media. Right? I'm recruiting with social media. I'm making my workplace look cool. We make the push look cool. We make the accountability look cool. We make the whole 10X thing. The whole 10X thing isn't a product, man. It's a damn brand. It's a culture. It's an attractor. It's a magnet. That's why if you guys, any of you going to that 10X growth conference, the people that are going there are maniacs. They're perfect for your business. It's not the 1X conference. It's not the 4-hour work week. You know, it's not the Tony Robbins state change thing. It's not a corporate event. It's the 10X growth conference. So everybody coming's thinking what? I'm done with average. I'm trading in average. I want an opportunity. I want to do something different. Okay, I want to be pushed on. All right, guys, I hope you found this useful. What city are they in?
They're in Fort Myers.
Dude, the next time you guys do this, why don't you guys have me come in and do it live? Shit, I'll call you. Imagine if we'd have just called your customers for the last 30 minutes. You guys could learn. You guys could learn how to make follow-up calls. What if you made 3 or 4 follow-up calls a day? Take you about maybe, I don't know, 12 minutes. Hey, man, I love you guys, man. Why don't y'all send me a bike? All right, hey, you guys in Miami, come see our operation down here if you're in Miami. Come see how we run our sales meetings here. By the way, how often do you guys have sales meetings? There you go, man. There you go. Come see our sales meeting one day. It's hard to keep energy in an organization. It's hard. Even if you do it every day, it's hard. So you better do it every day, because if you don't, it'll be impossible. All right. Hey, thanks for being great, folks. Appreciate you. Appreciate you guys. Get them to 10X. Get them all to 10X, man. Hey, all you guys are to come to 10X together as a group.
Put you in a suite.
We think send us a jet.
I know a guy.
Man, how do I follow GC, huh? So just real quick, guys, I just wanted to jump on here. Your client performance manager, his name is Joseph, okay? We're going to put a big push on training this upcoming year. And so what's been happening in your stores is awesome, because there's a lot of activity. There's a lot of people going in, and we see huge numbers of training segments that are being done inside the system, but there's no process and there's no structure behind it. So basically, they know that they have to hit a certain number of segments, or they don't get their bonus or whatever it is. So they're just in there watching whatever the hell they want, right? They're over here. One guy's looking at prospecting, another guy's looking at follow-up. You know, one guy's looking at motivation. One dude's watched the same video 10 times just so he can check the box and say that he got his training done. So in order for us to put a little bit of structure behind this and make this an actual process for what each store has their attention on, Joseph's going to have quick 15-minute calls with each store every single month. So Riverside might be working on follow-up, and we'll create an agenda for you guys to help you with the follow-up, right? Where your high-octane store, you guys are still out of season. You're probably thinking, we need to be working on making more phone calls and prospecting. We'll run a prospecting boot camp. But the thing about it is, guys, if you guys don't get involved as managers in your everyday training with the boot camps, your people are just going to use it as videos on a website. You know, and they're really not going to retain any amount of skill, because, like Grant's saying, it's like trying to watch karate, right? You watch videos on karate, and then you got to go fight somebody. You haven't done the moves, right? You haven't experienced, you haven't practiced it. It's the same thing with this training. They're listening to the word tracks, they're watching the videos, they're doing the testing, but they're not rehearsing it. You guys need to be doing role play. I'm sure you are every single day. We have structure for all of this inside of our boot camps. So when Joseph calls, I know you guys are slammed, I know you're busy, 15 minutes every single month just to say, hey, what are your numbers looking like, right? What are your KPIs looking like? What do this store need to concentrate on for the next month? So we can pinpoint the different, we can pinpoint exactly what each store needs. So we're moving the bar up every single month for you guys. But that's it. Thank you so much for your time. How many tickets can we get them? How many people are already going to GrowthCon? Grant wants to know. I know there are some guys from Avalanche that are going, right?
I want to get them all to go. I want them at the parties. I want them all to come.
He wants you all there. How do we get you guys there? Let's put a deal together. Mike, I'll text you after this.
Put a private Harley party together, 10X party, man. Good time to get all the managers together, 3 days, brainstorm in social media, blow the thing up.
Perfect, perfect. Yeah, he wants you guys there. Let's figure it out, okay? All right, hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a killer day.